I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 91 of the Best Thing We've Seen podcast. My name is Flo.
And I'm Gabe. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing okay, man. Has it stopped snowing, right?
I think so. I was outside for a walk for about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I was covered, dude. I loved it.
It's a beautiful image. Yeah, it's weird to wake up to snow. It feels like it's been a while. But anyway, I'm doing okay, man. New variants on the way, so...
let's not talk about it.
Well,
this is not what this is about.
I'm being honest how I am, So in terms of that, not very optimistic. But talking about movies always helps. How you doing?
Yeah, quite similar. Always got shit to do, or should be doing shit, and I'm postponing it, which is most of the time even more stressful. So I gotta rethink some of my life choices, I think. But apart from that, I'm quite alright.
I think the thing that we're most similar in is the procrastination aspect.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's so fucking hard to start something. But then again, I think I've mentioned that I got an exam coming up. Yeah. Nailed it. I nailed it.
Well, you had one, right? You had one.
I had one, and I already got back my grade. And
You want to share the grade, or is it just...
Well, it's an A.
Oh, right. Well, congratulations.
Yeah. I'm quite surprised as well. It's my second A.
Well done.
Thank you. It's only took me about a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I can't start, though. I know that I'm bad at it, but I can't start, unless it's, the deadline is, in sight, It's just I'm just not wired that way.
But maybe we just need that, when we got some stress very close to the deadline, at least my brain just starts functioning way better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking reason. Yeah. Anyway, enough talk about everything that's bad in the world. Let's talk about some mediocre picks this week. How about you?
Well, that sounds... Yeah. Partly.
I mean, we teased two things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we teased two things.
I think so as well, yeah.
I have seen one more thing, and, let's not stay vague any longer. Let's just dive right into this. I think it's your turn to start. Please do your pitch of the show, and then let's dive in.
Yes, so first of all, welcome to the show. You know the drill by now, I hope. This is the Best Thing We've Seen podcast. So here we talk about the best thing that we've seen all week. Anything from a show to a movie to maybe even a YouTube clip. And we're going to mention some honorable mentions, something that we saw, something that's fairly recent, and then we're going to go to our picks of the week. And like you said, it's my turn to start. I'm going to start with an honorable mention since I spoiled what my pick is going to be this week.
To me, yeah, you did, but I'm not sure what you're going to do now because you might steal my thunder.
Well, then, should I just go to my pick? Because you said you might have more that you have watched this week, so... You want to throw out a honorable mention that's not my pick?
Don't you have another honorable as well? Don't you have three things? Didn't you just mention that you saw something that you forgot to mention? You don't want to mention
Right. Sure, I can mention it. I actually saw two things I remembered. I saw Big Muff Season 5 and I saw Inside Job, two cartoons, both Netflix. And I got to say, they're right. Yeah, okay. I think...
Big Mouth, is that Rob Schneider? No.
No, it's that...
Nick Kroll?
Puberty, yeah.
Nick Kroll.
Exactly, Nick Kroll, and what's the other guy's name? Andrew... What's his name?
I have no idea.
The dude that you don't like.
John Mulaney?
John Mulaney, right? Sorry. His character's named Andrew.
It would be so funny if I just from you saying the dude I don't like, I go John Mulaney, but I looked it up while you're talking.
But, well, yeah, it is John Mulaney.
Yeah.
I know you don't like him, right?
I don't like his stand-up. Nothing against the guy. Okay. He's, I think, married to, or if not married, they're definitely about to have their first child together with Olivia Munn.
Remind me, who's Olivia Munn? I'm confusing her with Wild right now.
Yeah. Where would you know Olivia Munn best from? She was in The Newsroom. I don't think you've seen The Newsroom.
I haven't. No.
She was in, God, what would you know her from? Magic Mike, the first one.
I think I saw like 5 minutes of that movie and then turned it off when I got confused feelings.
Film, yeah. You had to rethink your entire existence. Google her. I can't think of anything that you...
Let's do it that way, which reminds me to turn off my phone. Oh, I actually did. I'm so proud of myself.
Great.
Good job, boy.
She was in X-Men.
Which one?
Not Dark Phoenix. Apocalypse. What was that movie called?
I don't remember Apocalypse at all. But let's go to Olivia Munn.
Munn, yeah.
With one M?
2 N's.
N? I think I misspelled Olivia. Well, this is riveting radio.
That Asian American actress. You must have a picture by now, no?
No.
Olivia Munn? Come on. How slow is your
Olivia
internet? Munn. M-U-N-N.
That makes more sense. There we go. I don't know. I see her face. I do not recognize her.
Okay.
What did I see? An X-Men Apocalypse? Yeah. Iron Man 2? Yeah. Office Christmas Party? Date Night? Yeah. Okay. Those are all movies that I have completely blacked out or zoned out.
Sure.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, she's together with John Mulaney, who's in Big Mouth. Yep.
All right. Well, full circle. I mean, it's season 5. The show is quite popular. I really liked it when it came out. By now, it's kind of fizzled out. The jokes are quite samey, still entertaining, but nothing to, brag on or, tell your friends about. But Inside Job seemed interesting. It's from the style, it's quite similar to Rick and Morty, at least from the, cartoon style, but it's very meh. It's about pretty much, it's all the conspiracy theories are real and they're trying to keep it under wraps, and it's the office of like the Illuminati or whatever. Just, I don't know.
That sounds interesting.
Faking like the moon landing or doing some shit with different things. It's very alright. The humor is very basic and interesting idea, especially in this climate, to kind of say, yeah, all the conspiracy theories are true and just making fun of them even more in doing so. But apart from that, it's very, bottom line writing. It's what most people would think is funny. You took what is funny about Rick and Morty and you put it into an Excel spreadsheet and then,
copied it.
Repeat jokes.
Right.
So
it reminds me of the film conspiracy theory, the Richard Donner one. Have you seen that? The Julia Roberts one?
No.
Yeah. It's okay.
What's that?
It's okay. It's just an action film with Mel Gibson. He's a conspiracy theorist, and one of them turns out to be true.
Okay. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
That's his dream, right?
Sorry? That's his dream.
In real life.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So what's your honorable mention? What's something that you've seen?
Well, it might be good this week that I actually know your pick because we can plan it this way.
Yes.
For me, I've it's been a while since I've struggled making a pick.
All right.
In terms of like being unable to decide between two.
Okay. Because they're both so good or so.
No.
Meh. Okay.
I wasn't blown away by either.
Okay.
But they're good films. But I'm still not quite sure. I've seen one more recently than the other one, and I still need to process that. But I might regret this. I can say this now because it's the more acclaimed film that won't be my pick, which I'll talk about now. Which is, you'll be happy to hear that the highest rated Rotten Tomatoes film of the one and only Nicolas Cage is now finally available.
Willy's whatever.
No, Pig.
Oh, right, Pig. I thought it's his newest whatever. What's it called?
What was that
Willy
called?
Wonderland?
Yeah, Wonka's Wonderland. That's not going to be his highest rated film.
Okay, I don't know. Pig, all right. Yeah, okay.
Willy's Wonderland, you're right. Willy's Wonderland. But Pig is now available here through Amazon for $5. So, not even 15. But I've heard, things about this film for months and months because people were raving about it. And even people who weren't big Nicolas Cage fans. And we've professed our love for the guy in our special.
More you, but yeah. I recognize him as a better actor than I gave him credit for a long time.
You warmed up to him in your preparation for the special.
Sure, yeah.
But I was intrigued by it, and I watched it, and I got to be completely honest. I'm just gonna try and talk. I'm gonna try and talk about this, not in sort of like a film critic way, which I'm never doing, but just like telling you my thoughts right now. Hopefully, this is gonna be interesting.
Sure.
Because I struggled watching this. If people don't know what it's about, it's like a 90-minute film about Nicolas Cage, who lives in the woods in the present time, and he's got a truffle pig next to him, and they're sort of like, hunting truffles together. And one day, and he's got like a relationship with Alex Wolff, the guy from Hereditary, the brother. He keeps showing up and sort of collecting the truffles, right, and paying Cage for that.
Sure.
In his like Lamborghini or whatever sports car it is, right? So like two different worlds sort of clashing there. But he's happy to stay in the woods until one day his pig is stolen.
Oh, okay.
And Pig is about him getting his pig back.
Okay.
And sort of also kind of teaming up and becoming friends with Alex Wolff, because he's also interested in obviously getting that pig back, because it's pig back. It always sounds weird when I say it. Getting the pig back because it's a money machine for him, So they're both interested in getting back for different reasons, and they're sort of re-entering Nicolas Cage's old life. And
this sounds so different than what I imagined from this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I don't know. What did you imagine?
Way more art house, just a guy, with his pig. Just way simpler story. Now it sounds like a revenge story, Liam Neeson.
Yeah. No.
Style, he used to be a hitman, but then he bought a pig, and now he's got to kill everybody. I don't know.
Like John Wicky?
John Wicky, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that, though. It is a revenge story, but it's not like it's not an action film. It's much more a drama.
Okay.
If anything. And you get to know about Nick Cage's past, and he used to be a world-renowned chef. And he's sort of... as I said before, rekindling some of the relationships and trying to figure out who has that pig and trying to get that pig back. And very interesting character, very layered and flawed character. And, what hell of a life this guy has been living. And there's a reason for him sort of like, trying to seclude himself more and sort of being happy to stay away from everything, because he's been through some trauma. And when I watched the film, I said it's only 90 minutes. It took me multiple viewings.
How many?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
20 minutes a piece?
So like 30 minutes. Let's say 3 viewings, all 30 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. It's okay.
Because I never knew where it was going to go. I was waiting for the eventual, like, I don't know what I was waiting for, sort of like the film to kickstart, right? To sort of like propel itself forward and be more interesting. But because it's so mundane. It's a very subdued film and subdued performance by Nick Cage, which are, those are the ones that usually get more acclaim.
Sure.
And I mean, he's great. You know how much I love him. He's terrific in this too, but not much happened in this film. And now, when the film was over, now it's starting to seep in what it was actually about. And it is actually quite beautiful. And heartbreaking and I don't want to say profound, but it tackles a much more difficult and much more complex subject than just a pig being stolen,
Sure.
Because that pig symbolizes a lot to him in a John Wick way,
Sure.
It wasn't the pig of his wife, but he's got different
his daughter
reasons.
Or something.
Yeah, no. But yeah, it is very... I need to digest this film a lot more, but it is actually good. And I feel like the more I think about it, the more I'll think about it, it's going to be even better for me. But now I was struggling with it at the times when I was watching it, but I don't know. It also stars Adam Alda, who I love as a character actor. He's the son of Alan Alda, the Woody Allen actor. And it's been in so many different things. His voice is one of the most recognizable voices.
Maybe.
100%. He was also in Marriage Story as one of the lawyers. Yeah, the one who was helping
of Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yes. But anyway, that's Pig. I mean, I Need Time, but I think it's a directorial debut it's a beautifully looking film too. So it's every once in a while, Cage. I mean, he does so many movies that every once in a while, some of them are gonna like some might actually work. There's been some good ones recently, but Michael Sarnowski directed this. I think this is his first feature film. Yeah,
I gotta say, it sounds way different than what I imagined. Like, I imagined the story more along the lines of like First Cow, which is a reference that doesn't say much to many people because I think it's still about to come out in Austria at least. If I don't know when it's gonna come out.
I literally read a Letterboxd review that compared the film to First Cow, and you're not.
Oh, really?
It is more that than you might think. Yeah, I mean, the pig itself in First Cow, I don't know, man. It's different and similar. You know, it's different and similar.
Okay, maybe I gotta check it out though. Not running out to see it, or running out, clicking on Amazon twice or whatever. It sounds interesting. Like you said, his more subdued performances are his more acclaimed, and I do agree with that. I'm more a fan of, is Leaving Las Vegas Nick Cage subdued? I don't know, but I prefer that to, Con Air.
Sure.
Nick Cage or Face Off Nick Cage. Yeah. Interesting.
And it sort of towards the end, like running over the credits and starting before that is a song, a cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so beautiful. And when that song played and you saw what was happening on screen, that's the moment when I realized what the film was actually about. Well, or it sort of solidified it to me. And then while the credits were rolling, I was actually like, I was appreciating the film more and more.
I gotta say that makes me wonder why this is not your pick, because then I kind of know what your pick is from, deduction. And it's interesting that you would choose that over the movie that you praised pretty highly. I mean, didn't necessarily love, but do appreciate.
Right. And I mean, I prefaced this by saying I might regret this next week, but
sure, like tomorrow. We so often do.
Yeah, like we so often do. But anyway, let's talk about your pick of the week.
Well, my pick of the week, very surprising to myself actually, is the new Disney Plus show, the new Marvel MCU whatever show, Hawkeye, which dropped its first 2 episodes, this week, or when this comes out, last week, I suppose. Which I was surprised by because I kind of mixed up the release dates and I thought it was going to release next week at the beginning of December.
Right.
Since it is quite Christmas themed, which I surprisingly enjoy. So much of this show surprised me. It's got Jeremy Renner, now joined by Haley Steinfeld, Vera Farmiga, and many other characters reprising the roles there. And I even read about another actor or actress that's going to come up, which I guess I could have figured out by myself, but I completely forgot and spoiled myself by going on the IMDb page.
Right. I don't know this one, so don't say it.
So I'm not going to say it. Don't worry. But yeah, it is Christmas themed. It's set in New York, and Haley Steinfeld is the new Hawkeye-esque character, shooting arrows, fighting with hands and weapons, but not having any superpowers. And even has a personal connection to him since he saved her life during the New York attack during Avengers. And she kind of stumbles into some property of his, and through that she gets both in trouble with some underlying conspiracy and also gets seeked out by Jeremy Renner's character, Hawkeye, of course, and they seem to be teaming up now. I mean, it's episode 2. We can only assume, I think, that is what is about to happen, although not much has happened. But this is my pick because, it is. I'm surprisingly into it. This is, I think, the MCU show that I've enjoyed the most so far, probably even more than WandaVision.
Wow.
I don't know why. I mean, it has some issues, like in some of the action scenes and whatever, and I'm going to get into that and why I don't seem to care as much. But first of all,
please get into that, yeah.
Before we do that, I think we got a trailer, since it is Disney Plus, of the new show Hawkeye.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
It's the most wonderful time.
When I wore this suit, I made a whole lot of enemies.
You're a Hawkeye!
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling.
Things have gotten more complicated.
All right. I'm going to imagine some Christmas music, to be honest, with that trailer.
I think so, yes.
Not sure. But yeah, I like because it I gotta say, it looks good. It's got a cute dog in there, which I usually was the person who's like, there's a dog in there. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I'm still that person.
Yeah, I get it. I completely get it. But ever since I've been taking care of a dog, I don't know why. It speaks to me. I'm quite basic now. What can I say? But I gotta say, I do have some issues with some of the story parts and some of the action, but that's what made me realize how much I liked the show, because I saw some issues during like the fight scenes and was like, that didn't look like great, and some of the story came quite abruptly, and I just thought to myself, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm enjoying this, and I think it's just the mood and the setting, and I gotta say 90% of it is probably also Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, only 90%?
Only 90%. She is great in this, and I am so looking forward to seeing more of her there, and maybe even the rest of the MCU. But I know you did not pick this as your pick, but I think you did see it, right?
Yeah, I did see it, yes.
Both episodes?
Yes.
And?
Well, I think I'm over it.
Okay, well.
Not the show. I mean, Disney plus Marvel shows in general.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm over it, like in terms of like I'll still watch it, but the magic has gone for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you failed to mention that. I think Kate Bishop is her name, right? And that's Haley Steinfeld's character.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a huge character. I have no idea about these, where
I don't know, maybe
comic book things. It feels much more her show than Hawkeye so far.
Which, definitely, yeah.
Is a weird choice because Jeremy Renner's finally getting his solo project now, but it feels like it's much more an introduction of Haley Steinfeld into the MCU.
Maybe it's him. I mean, I'm sure he's kind of done with it as well. I mean, he's a good actor and very cool project, so maybe it's the show to pass on the torch and to put more of an emphasis on, of course, in the new character.
Yes, but Black Widow finally got her standalone film that was also about introducing a new character, obviously, but it was much more about her than Hawkeye seems to be about Hawkeye. Maybe that's going to change. It's only 2 episodes.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of it's difficult to rank shows because there's only been 2 episodes, but to me, nothing happened that really stood out to me once again. And it feels like you're getting handed one show after the other, and even you can chuck in Eternals right now. Every MCU project feels like more of the same, and it's might be, obvious because that's been the same way for the last 24 films or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see what's going to happen in the next 4 episodes of Hawkeye that's going to really be like worthy of it being a standalone show. They've introduced Haley Steinfeld. She's going to be a huge part in the MCU going forward, I'm sure.
I've got an idea what's going to happen,
okay.
But I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil anybody, because I...
Did you come up with that idea yourself?
No, I saw something which made me think, well, this kind of has to happen, but who the fuck knows?
Right. I mean, I did, it's enjoyable watch. It's an enjoyable watch. I mean, all these MCU shows are. I want to know where it's going, but after 2 episodes, I feel like I'm not sure I like where it's going, I did like the musical in the first episode.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely feel like that's something that would happen if this were real life.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And I could do this
maybe
all day.
Maybe a bit better.
Was really funny. I mean, when they're all screaming it and that B-Tech, Captain America, sort of like... And Hawkeye just like... or Clint sitting in the audience and just turning off his hearing aid because he doesn't want to hear it. But I was wondering, like, how do they know all of these inside things? How do they know that they are going to get shawarma afterwards? How do they know that Captain America's catchphrase, which in the entire MCU has been used 3 times, how do they know that that's Captain America's catchphrase if the films don't exist in that universe?
Well, I'm sure it makes an appearance in his museum. That's like something that he said or whatever. That's what he stood for. And the shawarma thing, I mean, Facebook, I'm sure somebody took a picture. I'm sure it went viral afterwards.
I actually had the same thoughts. Yeah, maybe. It just felt like, how do they know? But maybe, yeah.
I'm sure that shawarma place was renamed to the place where they ate shawarma after, I don't know, the fucking invasion.
Sure.
The Avengers restaurant, whatever.
Yeah, you might be right. I love the flat that Haley Steinfeld had, and that gets burned down in the second episode.
Yeah, I'm sure it's... I mean, I'm glad they kind of acknowledge that this is an expensive place, even though it's like behind a pizzeria, because so often, like movies or whatever, they live in rundown apartments, those studio lofts that have brick walls. Fuck you, that's like worth $5 million or whatever.
Well, but she comes from money.
Yeah, that's right. So I was like, all right, I kind of get it. Even Hawkeye kind of acknowledges it.
Right.
But yeah, like I think she is a nice character. And one thing about one of her action scenes in the very first episode, I think, in the wine cellar, did you notice a very weird fucking cut, or was that just me, where she just stands in the middle of the room holding a wine bottle, and then it looks like they made her stand still, stopped filming, and then resume filming. It seems like so very janky in that moment. It's like weird choices for like action sequence. I don't know why they did that.
It didn't stand out to me.
Okay.
Maybe I blinked at that point. I don't know.
Maybe. I rewound it 3 times and it bothered me so much in that moment.
Wow.
But one of the scenes that I enjoyed very much was Clint Barton, Hawkeye, going to a LARP festival, which is something that I never went to, but it's just such a fun little idea, to be honest.
I mean, it feels like, sure.
The character kind of having some fun. I like that, especially like, we don't see a lot of his. And I do also like, to acknowledge his kind of trauma from Endgame, which hasn't really come up since.
Yeah.
Especially since in whatever, I think it was Civil War and other movies, it is very heavily implied and shown that he and Scarlett Johansson were great friends, even before all of this happened.
Before that, yeah. Like with every other MCU show, I want to see where it's going to go, but right now it hasn't hooked me yet. I do love Haley Steinfeld as well. I think Jeremy Renner is a much better actor than he's ever been able to prove in any MCU project.
Oh, definitely. I love him some project, like, Wind River.
Yeah,
great.
But like, what was it called? The Town?
The M. Night.
Sorry?
No, I'm thinking of The Village. The Town, sorry, yeah, the Ben Affleck heist movie. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Let's see where it's going. But I'm actually very surprised that you like it that much.
One of the first shows that I'm actively looking forward to each episode, to be honest. I don't know, who the fuck knows, maybe 2 episodes pass and I lose all interest, which is why I kind of want to pick this as my pick now and not just, forget about it when it finishes,
To me, it feels very formulaic. And
doesn't every MCU thing?
Yes, but this one more than others, because they filmed it knowing they're going to release it around Christmas time, so you get the Christmas theme that's going to suck some people in as well.
Yeah,
and then
it works for me, to be honest.
I'm surprised that it does.
It usually doesn't,
Yeah. And yeah, it's a weird thing to say that Marvel things are formulaic. I am not weird. It's an obvious thing to state. I'm a Marvel fan, I like them usually, but this one I'm going to need to see more to make up my mind.
Fair enough. We'll see.
Yes.
But all right, so I'm excited to hear why you picked your pick, because I have more issues with that than I have with Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that, because my pick of the week is The Harder They Fall, which is a film that we teased last week.
Yes.
That came out recently on Netflix, and it's directed by James Samuel, with one of the greatest spellings of James I've ever seen. Jemes. I like it. It sticks in the mind. Starring Jesus, Regina King, Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, another one of your favorites.
Yes.
Lakeith Stanfield, of course. Yeah, and so many other actors. Got a huge cast. And it is a Western about a... now, I read that most of these characters are actually real-life people.
Yes.
But didn't they say that? Wasn't there something in the beginning
But the story is made up. I think most of these people never even met.
Yes. So true characters, but the story is made up. Yeah. And obviously, failed to mention the main actor. Sorry. Who's portraying Nat Love.
Great name.
Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors is obviously the guy, little spoiler, at the end of Loki, who's another MCU character now that's supposedly one of the major villains going forward. And now I'm happy to see that he's getting some other work as well. I mean, obviously, before he joined the MCU, he was in The Last Black Man in San Francisco and some other films, but it feels like now he's sort of breaking out and sort of getting a lot of great roles. Mm-hmm. And I like him. And Nat Love, sort of the stories about he as a kid, his family gets killed by some outlaws, and another revenge story.
Like every Western ever.
Yeah, like every Western, yeah. And then I don't know how much time goes by. Is it 20 years? Something like that? It must be, right? Because the kid is like, what, 6, 7? Is it 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid even plays in another thing that recently came out, and I forgot what it was.
Does he really?
Fuck. I'm going to think about it, but you go on.
Yeah. Right. And so a lot of time has passed, and now he's still hunting down the guy who killed his family. And that person is portrayed by Idris Elba, Rufus Buck. And it's really two teams sort of fighting each other, or sort of tracking down each other and, battling it out. One team is Zazie Beetz, a former love interest of Nat Love, played by Jonathan Majors, and some other people they meet along the way, and Idris Elba and his gang with Regina King. Now, I was surprised that Regina King took such a quote-unquote small role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she does have some things to do, and she's great in the film.
Like the second in command of the other gang.
Right.
And she does have I think close to pretty much the same amount of screen time than Idris Elba.
That might be true, but he sticks out way more, in my opinion. I mean, he is the main villain, but...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
What's she, Treacherous Trudy?
Yes.
Ghastly
like
Gertrude?
Yeah. See? But what I really loved about the film is that it never felt dull, and it never had those usual Western tropes where there's so many dull moments where they're just like riding from one place to the next. Here it's very much like they know that Rufus Buck is in this town. Cut. They're in the town. Then you got to rob a bank in the white village or whatever. Cut. They're in the white town.
I enjoyed the white town, to be honest.
With the little tagline as well.
Yeah.
It's a white town. Another thing about this film that I really enjoyed, it plays with the medium. It's obviously when you watch it from the first scene, the Tarantino comparisons are quite obvious.
Yes,
it feels very pulpy, and I don't know if that's a word, but I think it is. And from what I think it's the Tarantino aspect of like playing with film and having things pointed out to the audience in a very obvious and over the top way, like those town names or whatever. And you got that one character who's in the quote-unquote good gang, who's always like, the guy who shoots the guy opposite Lakeith Stanfield, who's like always playing with his guns and feels like he's the fastest guy in the world. Always like, got some sort of joke on his lips or whatever. It's a very, very different approach to a Western. It's sort of like a modern approach, even with the music too, even though it is kind of Western music, but it feels like modern Western music, if that makes sense. So I enjoyed all of those elements.
Yeah, I mean, so many things feel so pulpy or whatever, stand out way more. Even the town, I think Redwood it's called, just so bright and colorful. It just looks way more like a comic at times than a Western, a traditional, like, I don't know, Clint Eastwood Western.
Yeah, and even the white town. I mean, it's literally everything is white.
Yeah, even the ground is like white sand or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really fucking brutal, that film.
It is.
In a Tarantino-esque over-the-top way, right?
Yes.
So I forgot that we should probably play a clip.
Yes,
so
yeah.
here it is. I forgot this was my pick. Here's a little clip from The Harder They Fall.
Man, old devil, this gonna be Buck's last day amongst the living.
What exactly he do to you?
Call it a professional rivalry.
I know who you are. That love, the outlaw hunts down those who trespass against him with no mercy.
Where is it?
Where is who?
Your boss?
My boss. Clearly, you don't know me. I heard Rufus Buck was back.
This ain't no road to ask a friend to travel.
You think Destiny's coming to you?
My guns go bang. I can make the guns go bang.
A new day is dawning.
Slow.
Kisses on the head of an angel. Sins of the father, dumping across the Bible.
Right. Maybe you could have. Maybe you heard some of that music that we talked about before. Yeah, and even the music, the song towards the end, like in Pig, really, I really enjoyed that one. So a couple of things stood out to me that I don't know, made this more enjoyable than the usual Western. I don't know. What did you think about this?
I thought the casting was great. I like or love a whole lot of those actors, especially like you said, Zazie Beetz. I really enjoy Lakeith Stanfield, of course, both of them in Atlanta and other things. I thought Idris Elba, like the characters weren't as good. Like Idris Elba was just very over the top. The train scene where he walks out and everything just shoots each other, and he's just the uber badass. But I didn't really care about him as a character. And then of course you got his very cheesy reveal at the end, and so many things that just didn't work for me. Even the story, like Zazie Beetz just turning up in Redwood and just leaving the group, and then she needs to be rescued, and the story just maybe, since you don't have these travel scenes and it's just one thing after the other, it just felt so overwhelming and just didn't make much sense to me as character motivations. Like, why is the bouncer coming along from the bar?
Well, she always wanted to be a sheriff.
Sure, I guess. I guess now she's here.
And there's another element to it, which was hinted at towards the end. I
don't remember.
Yeah? I don't want to spoil that.
I mean, I gotta say, I didn't have much of an attention span while I watched this. I watched this maybe not in multiple settings, but I stopped it at like every 30-20 minutes during the movie and took a break from it. Like a 5 to 10 minute break, and then I resumed watching it. So it took me like probably over 3 hours to finish this 2-hour movie. I mean, It is long, like over 2 hours, I think even.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I mean, the action was cool, looked good. But all in all, just the story didn't really carry me. I just didn't care enough about most of the characters, and then what happened at the end just didn't hit me as much. I mean, I do love a lot of these actors, but their acting didn't come out as much. I mean, Regina King, I think, is really cool, but her character was so very over the top. Most characters were just so very over the top that it just didn't work for me. I mean, I get it if you like it, if you're into that kind of movie, and if you maybe could follow the story or the motivations a bit more than I could, sure. It just didn't do it for me. But I think what's very interesting is, Zazie Beetz, she speaks fluent German, and she does her own voice in the German dub. And so I actually, when I finished this movie, I skipped to a couple of scenes of hers and put it in German.
A huge fan right there. Yeah.
Sounds pretty all right.
Her voice?
I mean, the thing is, in German dubs, a whole lot of the motivation is kind of missing, motivation of the emotions. Or like the speaker is missing. Still is kind of the case here. I think she does it better in the moment when she's acting, but it just sounds way better when you, of course, have the original voice. Although she, of course, sounds way different because pronunciation is way different than, in American English.
Yeah, I mean, the ending, which you didn't like, worked for me. Mm-hmm. And actually, I didn't see that coming.
But how would you? It's just thrown out there. It never even teased, so you're like, it's this very Shakespeare reveal at the end to make it more dramatic.
I mean, sure.
That's how it felt to me, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I mean, you could, but that. Okay. Yeah. I think we're treading on. I don't want to say too much here, but
Sure.
yeah. No. For me, it had enough to put it to sort of change the standard Western that I really enjoyed it. You know, this has Western elements that I usually don't. Sorry, it has elements that I usually don't associate with a Western film. It like Django Unchained, which is the Western that Tarantino made, obviously. You know, those are the ones that those pulpy over the top ones are the ones for me, apparently. And yeah, I liked some of the action in this. I liked the characters. I do have to say that Zazie Beetz was a bit like her character. I'd never trusted her. And I agree that it felt like she doesn't really want to be with Jonathan Majors' character, but then she does things that really, you know, they don't really make a lot of sense. Then she just goes there and she gets captured, and then she just, you know, felt a bit weird.
Yeah.
But overall, I did, even from the first scene, I was engaged in it, I gotta say. And I liked Idris Elba's performance as well, as this menacing guy, and sort of the camera, how the camera reveals him when he first talks to adult Jonathan Majors. I love that. So a couple of cool things in that really made it more enjoyable than Pig, while you could argue that Pig is a better film. That's it.
Fair enough. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't say the movie's bad. It just wasn't for me, I guess.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Hawkeye, I mean...
I was surprised as well.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But for me, it was, as I said in the beginning of the show, two things that fought for it, Pig and Harder They Fall. I wasn't blown away by either of them, but I think both of them are worth checking out.
Sure. I mean, both two quite big releases. I don't know how much The Harder They Fall is advertised.
Well, actually, like the Letterboxd community, and that's i.e. the film critics, really love the film. Like IMDb only has like a 6.6. I don't know how about like in terms of promotion. I have no idea about these things, but I mean, I think people are seeing this, and I think it was number one for a short amount of time on Netflix. So yeah, I think it's made its round.
Right? Sure.
Yeah. So you said to me that if we got a short episode, that's going to be good. But we're now only at 40 minutes, my friend. So I think if it's okay with you, do one round of Last Man Standing.
Sure. Let's do that. Do you have anybody in mind? I think I might have mentioned the name last time. Do you have anybody this time?
No, absolutely no one.
Okay.
Who do we have? Want to do director or actor?
Let's do actor.
Who? Let's Google this.
Google. Like
famous actors. Or do you have anyone in mind? Because I'm down with anything.
I have a couple of people in mind, but I don't think I'll perform well.
Right. Could do De Niro.
Could do De Niro. Have we done De Niro before?
The Rock would be fun.
Oh, I'm bad at The Rock. So bad. Since I have seen barely anything, I feel like.
Okay.
Let's do De Niro. Sure.
Let's do De Niro. Okay, let's go. I think you'll be. I think this is going to be your round, but let's do it.
I don't think so.
Last Man Standing. We're rattling off films that Robert De Niro has been in, and if you can't come up with one, you lose a life. You have 2 lives, right?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's start with one of his biggest Goodfellas.
Godfather Part 2.
That was my next one. Let's just do Mafia. Irishman.
Gotta stay focused here. You said Goodfellas, right? So
yes.
I'm not really in the zone right now. Okay. Okay. Holy shit. Taxi Driver.
Right. I always forget Taxi Driver for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of his biggest, one of his earlier roles. So let's go Mean Streets when we do, Scorsese, I suppose.
Raging Bull.
Got the Blu-ray, finally want to rewatch it. It's been such a long time that I'm not even sure I've ever finished it. Right. Gotta watch it again. Sorry, I'm just fucking all over. Cape Fear, is he in Cape Fear?
Yes, he is.
I have not seen Cape Fear yet.
As Max Cady. Good film. Also Scorsese, yeah. I just had one. King of Comedy.
Right. Don't know if I can think of a Scorsese, so I'm gonna go with Heat.
Good film. Shit. Okay. Gotta be strategic here. I just thought of such a niche pick. And I want to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one.
I know what it is.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. Once Upon a Time in America.
Of course. Good movie. Long movie.
Good film.
Good film. Sergio Leone, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let me think. Casino.
Of course. Yeah, another Scorsese. Nice.
Yes.
I think he's going to be in the new one too, but I'm not taking that one. I keep thinking of, is it called Dirty Grandpa?
Yes, it is.
I don't know why, but let's just get this over with.
Sure. Didn't it release recently, like a second installation in that?
I always mix up with Bad Grandpa. But Bad Grandpa is the Jackass one, right?
Isn't Bad Grandpa the Billy Bob Thornton?
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. That's not even Billy Bob Thornton, right?
It is. It
just
is.
looks
it
like
is.
him. Okay.
It is. But Dirty Grandpa is Zac Efron, right?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
I got a movie in my head. I can picture everything about it except the fucking title. Analyze This. That's what it's called.
Second one included in that?
Sure.
Are we doing franchise rules?
We're doing franchise rules.
Otherwise, Analyze That. Did you say Analyze This? Analyze That?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Analyze This and Analyze That?
I think so. Isn't it?
Oh, cool. I don't know. I've never seen the second one.
I think
but
so.
I thought as long as we're staying like in his gangster genre.
I actually own both on Blu-ray, but I've also only seen the first one. I got that gifted to me. What else do we have? Robert De Niro. I mean, so many things.
We just thought of two things.
You need to throw the one out that you thought I was going to say.
I have no idea what the title is. I think you just told me about it at one time, and I have no idea what it's called.
Let's. What do we have here? Gosh, I don't want to throw this one out yet. What has he done recently? Good old Bob De Niro.
So many things, but all of them forgettable, sadly. Just thought of one.
Shit, dude, I'm blanking and it's embarrassing. What else do we have in the 90s with Rob? 2000?
90s. Thought of another one, and I actually enjoyed that very much.
I'll go with, what was that film? American Hustle. Oh, it's so stupid.
Yes, I was going to go with Silver Linings Playbook.
You were going to go with that anyway? Because I should have said that. Yeah.
I was just not sure when I was going to say it, but...
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Should I start timing you?
Oh, no, I just said something.
Okay.
I'll go Red Lights.
What's that?
That's it's like a horror film with Cillian Murphy. It's Sigourney Weaver.
Interesting. Speaking about, I think that's 80s, Midnight Run.
Oh, it's so, of course.
Actually, really enjoyed that movie.
Good
Didn't
film.
think I would. Yeah,
what's his name? Charles Grodin?
Dude, never ask me that. I have no idea about characters' names. I have no idea.
No, not characters' names. The actor he's.
Okay. Don't know.
It's not Charles. Is it? What did I say?
think of Jeff Daniels, but I'm sure it's not.
Oh, it is Charles Grodin. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ! I feel like more than any other game before, there's so many more that I can't think of right now.
You mean big actor?
Yes, but I'm looking at shit. What has he done?
Like two things, and I had like four things in my head, and I already forgot two of them.
Robert fucking De Niro. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm close to losing a life. I'll give myself like another 15 seconds.
Sure.
Robert. Really can't think of anything right now. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. What's that? Everything's fine. Everybody's fine. I'll log in. Everybody's fine. Let's see if that's
log
true.
it in. Yeah, look it up.
It might be everything's fine. I'm going everybody's fine. Shit. No. Everybody's fine. Yes. Absolutely true. Kate Beckinsale, Sam Rockwell. Let's go.
I'm gonna go with The Intern.
Shit. I thought you were going to talk about the Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn one, but obviously The Intern with Anne Hathaway. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, this is you this week. Shit. I don't even want to look afterwards what we missed. I don't even want to look.
So many things.
Is he? Oh my God. He is, right? Awakenings.
Yes. Robin Williams.
One of my favorite films, period.
Actually, very good, yeah. Actually, really enjoyed that. I'm gonna go with.
Don't say this now. I got another one.
Ooh, okay. Is it Meet the Parents?
No, but that's a good one.
Meet the Fockers?
Great one.
Fuck.
Yeah, all good. All true. Both true.
Okay.
And we'll do franchise rule there.
Yeah, okay.
Sleepers.
What Sleepers? Remind me, what Sleepers?
Kevin Bacon, Brad Pitt, they're kids who are...
right. Who is he?
He is the priest or pastor.
Yeah, when they're kids, you're
with
absolutely
the lottery
right.
tickets as well, or something like that.
Yeah, completely forgot about that. Yeah, right.
I think it's
You're
lottery
right.
or baseball tickets or something at the end, yeah.
Yes, and I had another one that I, of course, now forgot. Fuck me. Okay. All right. Ronan.
Oh, of course, Ronan. Yes, that's a. Who directed that film? It doesn't matter. I'm not even stalling.
I've got it in my list for a long time.
John Frankenheimer did this, right?
Who's Frankenheimer?
Well, he directed Ronan.
Okay. Did he do anything apart from that? I mean,
John Frankenheimer.
Because I don't recognize the name.
Let's see. If a De Niro movie shows up, it's not my fault. He did The Manchurian Candidate, the original one. The Island of Dr. Moreau. Isn't that the Brando one? Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway. Shit. I felt like oh God. What did we just say? You just said
Ronan.
I said Sleepers before that. Oh Lord. He has done so many terrible comedies, and
oh yeah.
What are these films called though? Robert. Oh man. You said Irishman. No. Fuck, man. One down. What do you got?
I'm actually pretty much out as well. I bet I'm gonna lose this since I bet I can't mention one now, and then you're gonna throw one out, and then I'm gonna be just done. Young De Niro maybe, because I can't think of anything new.
Don't know if he is in that one. I thought of a film, but I don't know if he's in that one. Shit.
No, fuck me.
Oh my God.
No. Yes.
Don't say
no. It. Fuck. No. I don't know. No. Fuck it. Give me like 10 seconds. Because he's not in The Departed. I just felt like.
You saw what's his name? Nicholson.
No, I thought of like gangster movies with Scorsese, and that's like the only big one that I can think of right now. Yeah, that's a life down as well. What do you have?
I have Angel Heart.
No idea.
Which is a film directed by Alan Parker with Mickey Rourke. It's either Alan Parker or Alan J. Pakula. I think it's Alan Parker. Angel Heart. Yes, Alan Parker. Great film.
Fuck me, dude. I bet. Like I said, this is how I'm gonna end. Give me something. Give me fucking something. I can't be fucking losing now. I've done better than I even imagined, but I think that's it.
I honestly feel that we're both so bad this round.
Oh, so bad. I bet there are like huge fucking omissions.
Huge ones
on both sides. But I think I'm gonna take that loss.
No. Take your time. Let's do because it's the last one. If you take another 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Well,
whatever.
I bet there's like a fucking war movie with De Niro. I'm almost thinking of like genres. If I can't think of a movie, like I try to imagine him in different outfits.
Right.
Like in a Western or something. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna take that L.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck me.
I can't think of anything either.
I
don't want to look this up.
Gérard Depardieu Jack-Off movie.
Oh my God.
I want to move forward and see the movie.
Have you seen that film?
I haven't. The fucking Deer Hunter. We forgot.
Before you look. Why do you know?
Oh.
No. But why do you know that it's the jerking off film?
That's the only thing that you told me about.
I love that. You're thinking you meant Novecento, 1900.
Yes, I thought it was called Anno something.
Bernardo Bertolucci film or whatever. Is it what did I say? 1900. Yeah, dude, what a film.
But okay, we missed The Deer Hunter.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all.
Okay.
Joker. Come on. We got King of Comedy, but we didn't show Joker.
Yeah.
Joy. Sure.
Not
far off. What's another big one?
Are you going chronologically? Yeah, you are.
Yes, but Jesus, a thing that we talked about very recently with Edward Norton, the fucking heist movie. What's it called? I just thought of
the
that
score?
one. The score. We forgot the score.
Right.
What's a big one that we missed as well? There's so many things. Jesus Christ, what hasn't he been in? Limitless, one of your favorites.
Oh my God, he's in Limitless. Of course, he's in Limitless.
Shark Tale, sure.
Stardust.
15 minutes. I don't know. Stardust. Man of Honor.
What's Man of Honor?
It's like the divers with what's his name? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Right.
Let me see if we forgot an Oscar nomination of his. We said Irishman, yes. Awakenings, we said only Deer Hunter.
Flawless is a film with Philip Seymour Hoffman that is, people hate that film. I thought it was great.
Yes, what's that?
Whack the Dog. Oh.
Whack the Dog.
Dude, Flawless is Robert De Niro, Philip Seymour Hoffman plays like a drag queen.
Sorry, Untouchables. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Untouchables.
Brazil, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's just getting worse the more you go on.
Oh, fuck that.
Untouchables is embarrassing, dude. As Al Capone.
Yes. Didn't enjoy that movie.
You didn't enjoy that movie?
No, even got it in Blu-ray.
There. Thank you very much. Yes. It's a Brian De Palma movie. Oh, come on. Love that film. Love that film.
Has he ever starred in anything with Meryl Streep in it? He's got it, right?
Deer Hunter.
Oh, okay. Haven't seen Deer Hunter. Have not seen it.
Copland, the Mangold film. Dude, this is... I'm sorry. A Bronx Tale, This Boy's Life with DiCaprio, Midnight Run, The Untouchables.
I don't know, yeah. Hasn't it been like an old man movie, like with Morgan Freeman or whatever doing stuff?
Sure.
Like everybody, old actor now?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
At least one. I can't think of one though. Mean Streets, yeah. And
Righteous
all the
Kill.
old Scorsese ones, or I think they're all...
I think we said all those Scorsese
No,
ones,
there's...
except
sorry,
for...
the Palma films. Hi, Mom. I know there's like a Criterion Blu-ray set of like his old films. I thought those were Scorsese films. I'm not too sure.
Right. I think, yeah. Jackie Brown.
It just keeps getting worse.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just getting worse.
Come on.
I know.
Okay. Fuck that. Okay. Let's end it here with a very disappointing... The Boy's Life. This Boy's Life. Bronx Tale. Yeah, okay. Fuck this. Okay. This was embarrassing. Thank you so much for listening to this train wreck.
You'll cut out all the ones that you can
I'm just
cut
gonna,
the ones in that we
yes. We're just gonna end it with us saying okay, those are all the movies, goodbye.
Yes, because we set the movies, you can cut them in as if we said them during the game.
Yes, and I'm just gonna use an old of course,
yes, yeah.
over and over again.
Great one. All right, yes, sorry, yep.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. You can check us out anywhere where you get your podcasts. It's been fun. Check us out at Best Thing Radio on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the thumbnail that Flo's going to do for us like he does every week. You can check us out, check it out as the thumbnail on YouTube. Consider dropping a like, a subscribe if you want to. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm looking forward to next week's special, which we still got to work out the kinks.
Yes.
And... yeah, thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.